Hey guys, a couple months ago when I was looming it up, I was so excited because I had come up with a new bracelet design. But then I realized after looking around YouTube and Instagram that I actually had not been the first one to create it. So shout out to Jordantine1 for being the first one to create the Double Cross Fishtail. But then a few weeks ago I was working on some inverted designs, so I ended up half inverting the Double Cross Fishtail. I call it the hip for fish, or the hip fish, which stands for half inverted for Pin Fishtail, or Double Cross Fishtail. Even though I did create this hip fish design without watching a video or looking at a photo, you know, the fishtail and the inverted stitch has existed for such a long time. So I'm sure that many people have done similar things. And right before we get into this video, I want you guys to know that I get all of my Rainbow Loom brand bands from Michaels, Learning Express, and the Rainbow Loom website. If you guys want to see more Rainbow Loom videos in the near future, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Now without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. That was a weak snap. Boom. To make this insanely hip bracelet, you're going to need 4 pegs. I'm choosing to use a Rainbow Loom in the staggered pin configuration. I'm just going to flip it around so that the arrow is facing me, and then I'm going to choose 4 pins in a diamond shape. I'm going to twist my first band and stretch it from the left peg to the right peg. Then I'm going to take another band and just put that around the top peg and the bottom peg. Twisted. Now I'm taking another band and stretching that across the pegs, and of course another band and putting that from left to right normally. And you want to have 3 bands on each peg at a time, so I'm just going to take another band to put that from bottom to top and another band and put that from left to right. Now that there are 3 bands on every peg, I'm just going to pull the bottom band over the top 2 bands on every peg. And you want to do this in the same direction every time. So I go clockwise from that right peg. You can just see me pulling the bottom over the top 2 there from a different angle. Now we're going to push everything down, and we're going to make sure that every peg has 3 bands on it. I'm placing this band on the top and bottom pegs, and then I'm going to place another band across. The reason this is half inverted is because I'm going to invert this stitch by pulling back the middle and then grabbing the bottom band and pulling it over. But on this bottom peg, I'm just going to grab the bottom band and pull it over. On the left, we're going to do the same thing we did on the right, pull back the middle band and invert it by pulling the bottom band over the top band in the peg. On that top peg, we're going to do the same thing we did on the bottom, and that means just pull the bottom band over. Again, push everything down, add another band to both sets of pegs, and then you're going to invert the right side again. So pull back the middle, grab the bottom, and pull it over. You're going to do a regular fishtail stitch on the bottom, just pull it over. You're going to do inverted on the left, so pull back, grab the bottom, and pull it over. And a regular stitch on the back, so just pull the bottom over. Push everything down, and then add another band to the top and bottom and another band to the right and left. I know a lot of you freak out when I speed up footage, and I don't really know why, because you're seriously repeating the same exact steps every single time. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to catch up at any point, and you can even rewatch parts. Now I have a little bit of length, and you can just pull this from the side, so that's what's nice about this bracelet. You don't actually have to have a Rainbow Loom. You can just pull it off through the side pegs. You don't have to pull it through the bottom. And keep in mind that when you pull it, it's going to get longer, so make sure you don't wait until the end to pull it. And you can see I'm just repeating the stitches here because I need to still add some length to my bracelet. Inverted on the right, not inverted on the bottom, inverted on the left, and not inverted on the top. Push it all down and add some more bands. Boom, boom. So now I just cross those over, and I'm inverting the right. I'm pulling the bottom band on the bottom peg. I'm inverting the stitch on the left, and I'm just pulling the bottom band on that top peg there. Over everything, over easy like an egg. Just kidding. do the same exact thing until your bracelet is long enough for your wrist. And then you know what's going to happen? You're going to learn how to do the ending stitches. Hold on. To close off your bracelet, you're going to do the same thing for this one last time. So there you see me, you know, doing the normal inverted, non-inverted, then inverted on the left and not inverted on the top. Then what I'm going to do is just pull the bottom band from the right, pull the bottom band from the bottom band from the left, and bottom band from the top. Now that you're left with only one band on each peg, you're going to half that. So you want to pull the white band from the right over to the left. Hold on tight, don't let it go. Make sure it's secure. Then you're going to pull that pink band from the top and put it to the bottom. So now all your bands are on 2 pegs instead of 4. Stretch one band across those 2 pegs. Now bring the bottom 2 bands over that on the right side and the bottom 2 bands over that top band on the left side as well. Now we're going to move this band to that peg. So those bands are just on one peg now, and you're going to attach a C-clip or an S-clip or whatever you have. You can even use jump rings on Rainbow Loom bracelets. Yes, you can. Once it's securely attached, you can remove this bracelet from the loom, and then you are going to work on attaching it to the other side. For this part, I like to stick my hook through both sets of bands on the other end, and I'm just going to pull one band through those. So you can see here I'm just stretching it out and putting all 4 band parts over that. And then I am just putting my hook through the other end that's attached to my finger there. And then you can attach the C-clip to this end right here. Once it's secure, take it off the hook, and there you go. It is a hip fish, half inverted 4-pin double cross fishtail. Yep, it is. So I like the look of this. It turned out really pretty, and it's cool. I think it's cool. There are, of course, other color combinations that you can do with this bracelet, so I'm going to show you a little bit of how to do that. So for this one here, you see that I'm putting the bands on the same way, and I'm, you know, halfway through this bracelet already, but I'm doing all gray on the long side, and then I'm doing colors on the short pegs in the middle. So I'm still inverting on the right and the left and not inverting on the top and the bottom. You can see that it is a totally different look because I'm only putting a certain color of band on these 2 pegs and certain colors of bands on these 2 pegs, so it forms a really cool pattern and border. Then there's this final really cool one that I did that kind of alternates and crosses over, so I'll show you how to do this. So basically you're going to invert different pegs this time. I am inverting only the part that has the black and whites. I'm inverting the stitch there, and then I'm just doing the pink bands normally. So there we go. Now you can see I'm switching to put black and white along the middle pegs and then pink on the top and bottom. But here they all are together. They're so pretty and colorful and cool and hip, because it's hip to be fish. If you end up making your own hip fish video, then use #hipfish on Instagram to show me. I would love to see. If you enjoy my videos, then please subscribe to the SoCraftastic channel because I do Rainbow Loom videos on occasion. I also do crafty DIYs every single Friday for Crafty Friday, and I do things like polymer clay, duct tape, jewelry, crayon, recycled crafts, everything under the sun that you can think of and request. So that's about it. Check me out on social media such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you guys have a great rest of the day. I will see you soon. Bye. Hoot hoot. If you guys heard noise in the intro and again now in the outro, it's because there is a friggin' power washer outside the apartment complex. This guy, no joke, has been at the same few little parts on the gate for about 20 minutes and hasn't moved. How clean does this fence need to be? I just don't even get it. And he has to get all the way around the pool area. I need an apartment noise schedule. Do you see how frustrated I am? I'm gonna put my glasses on and be a twin to the owl. Twinning with an owl. Hoot hoot, let's flap our wings. La 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 la. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. I'm getting angry. Don't have a cow, man. It's hip to be fish. Yeah, so hip to be fish. Oh, yeah, so hip to be. And I just want you guys to know that in my St. Patrick's Day mint cheesecake video, it was a bowl, not a plate. It was just a shallow bowl. Bowl. In my mind, I thought the ingredients were gonna fit in there. You guys, don't be judging my baking. Bye! Hoot hoot. Here's a comparison of the Double Cross Fishtail to these half-inverted Double Cross Fishtails. Here's another design I came up with, which is the half-inverted 4-pin fishtail or half-inverted chevron. Then here's a comparison of everything to a hexafish, because a lot of people say like 4-pin fishtails look a lot like a hexafish, but the difference is this is on 6 pins. Here's another design I created. It is the inverted triple fishtail, then an inverted double fishtail, and another variation of an inverted triple fishtail. I also made a stingray, an open bow tie, and a bomb pop popsicle.